Hey guys, my name is Billy and I'm coming to you today from Rocky. Hey guys, my name is Billy and I'm coming to you today from Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. This is one of those lesser talked about national parks because it's kind of tucked away in the western side of Colorado, and you have things like Rocky Mountain and Great Sand Dunes that get more of the shine. But this park is beautiful, it is grand, as you can see. It's like the Grand Canyon of Colorado. Now most of the hikes here are pretty short, mostly just on the rim of the canyon hikes. But I try to find the most adventurous hikes whenever I go to these national parks, and this actually has a hike to the bottom of the canyon, which is basically just a free scramble all the way down. A little sketchy, a little adventurous. That's what I look forward to most in these national parks. There's 3 routes you can take. I chose Gunnison Point, it's the most popular one. There's also Tumulty Point, which is the shortest, but it's the most steep. No one booked that when I was there, so I took that as a hint. And then there's one called, it starts with like a W or something. It's the longest one, but it says it usually takes like 6 to 8 hours. I said, I don't want to be hiking in a canyon that long. It gets too hot down there. So, to get this, they all require permits from the visitor center. I showed up same day at 8:05, and I got the last reservation for Gunnison Point. They each have 20 reservations for it, or you can get here on 2 to 3 p.m. and book it for the next day. So if you're going to do it in the same day and wing it like I do, get here as soon as it opens and try your luck there. So we're going to do Gunnison Point. I think it's like 2 miles, 3 miles total. Very short, very steep, all off trail, scrambling down into the canyon. They say recommend bring a lot of water or something you can filter at the bottom, or bring some gloves because the rocks just turn into freaking fire because that canyon gets so hot. So that's what we're doing today. Never done it before, and I love a good scramble. Alright guys, to do this hike, relatively simple. You park at the South Rim Visitor Center, you take the Oak Flat Loop, and then quickly, maybe like within 5 minutes of hiking, you come to the spot. The Oak Flat Loop continues to go that way, and this says you need a permit to go forward. I don't know how they monitor that, but from here on out, it should just be a straight scramble down to the bottom of the river. They say take pictures of the landmarks because it is easy to lose your track. I downloaded an All Trails app. I hope that will go well, let you guys know if it actually works, if it's accurate or not. But yeah, it's just pretty much just straight downhill from here. Alright, so I'm like a half hour into it so far. So far not bad, you know, it is pretty steep with there's rocks and there's chains to hold. But once you pass the chain section, you'll see it. I met a guy and said, hey, am I there yet? Am I getting closer? He said, oh, buddy, it gets a lot harder from here. So from here on out, I'm pretty sure it's just loose gravel and steep slopes the whole way down. But thankfully I'm wearing the Universal Vans hiking shoes for this, so I think we're gonna make it down one way or another. Alright guys, that guy was right. It is basically the shambled rocks the whole way down. I mean, you're not risking your life here, but you will probably slip and maybe cut your hand on a rock or something and hurt your butt a little bit. Or break my freaking tripod, but I mean, the best advice I have is don't trust a single rock, because even the big rocks I've stepped on seem to give, so put like some half pressure on the rocks and kind of keep the weight in your back. If you can, stay the size, try to grab a tree, or just find big rocks to grab onto. Going down with the tripod is kind of a pain in the ass because I only have one hand to use. Going back up, I'll probably put the tripod away and fly up, but big rocks are your friend, but trust no rock because everything's going to slip here.
Well guys, I finished it. About an hour and 30 minutes for like 1 mile. Apparently 1 mile. Wasn't so bad. There were a couple sketchy areas, but if you stay to the left or right, you hold onto a tree, you hold on some strong rocks, you'll be fine. I did eat shit completely at one point. I slipped out completely, probably because I'm wearing Vans and using one hand. But my backpack broke the fall. I walked away with just like a little finger boo-boo, but not bad. Once you get down here, I would walk past campsite 3. You'll see them in order. It's right past the outhouse. If you go past campsite 3, you find this relatively calm section of the river. And this is where I'm going to take a dip a little bit. I wouldn't go too far out there. It's a pretty strong current, but right around the edge here is pretty shallow and not that strong. So I'm going to take a dip, have lunch, and then eventually make my way back up. Guys, that is some cold ass water. It's also a really strong current too. Guys, this is a perfect hike. It's adventurous. You get a chance to go down to a canyon. You're basically scrambling the whole way. And because of the permit system, which has its own pros and cons, only 20 people a day get to do this hike. So, and there's maybe 2 or 3 people down here, but I can't even see them from here. So, these are my favorite hikes in national parks, guys. A chance to get away from people. A chance to be like in some Grand Canyon, a river, swimming in the water. This is what national parks are about, being able to get away from people and just enjoy nature. So I could not recommend this hike enough. Don't do it in Vans like I did. Come prepared. Bring some trekking poles if you have to. You probably don't need gloves, but if you really want them, you could bring them. I got a small boob on my finger because I didn't bring a glove, but this is a great hike, guys. So if you ever want to try it, let me know. If you have any questions, I'll gladly let you know what I did, what I could have done better, what I could have did worse. I don't know. But let me know, guys. Glad you liked the video. I'm going to go eat my lunch and then just run back up.